No one can save us from keeping clear. I don't wanna lose you, I don't wanna lose you now. 'Cause there is only one thing on my mind. Hey, 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 I just wanna see you on my new grave. Hey, 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 I just wanna see you on my new grave before you turn around and walk away. Hey, 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 I just wanna see you on my new grave. I can do my own thing. I can do my losing track of time, losing track of myself. I can make promises to get into your head. Hey, 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 I just wanna see you on my new grave. Hey, 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 I just wanna see you on my new grave before you turn around and walk away. Hey, 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 I just wanna see you on my, I just wanna see you on my, I can do my, I can do my, I can do my own thing. I can do my, I can do my, I can do my own, I can do my own thing. I can do my, what I do. I can do my, I can do my, I can do my own thing. I can do my, I can do my, I can do my own, I can do my own thing. I can do my, I can do my, I can do my own, I can do my own thing. I can do my.
I'm staring through your window, looking up at the stars, up at the stars. I'm caught inside a loop where I can get to your heart, get to your heart. Ooh, you're letting your fears take hold, let them take control, and it's making me crazy. If you could only look at me, you know how I feel, know how I feel. Oh, see how much I want it, see how bad I need it. You gotta look into my eyes. That's how much I want it, that's how bad I need it. You gotta look
You and me stuck on the ocean now, nothing but waves and they're spilling in. I wanna dry up but you just keep on going, don't you? I don't even know how we got here, all my reasoning have disappeared. I wanna bury the hatchet and find the way back to our home, our home, our home. We don't have to drift inside this dome. I will not let us fade away. It's not a price I wanna pay, and it's not too late. No, we lost our purpose, chasing all that surplus. You were all that I need. I feel that we can break free. We can still go back there to a place with no cares. We can turn this ship around. We can turn this ship around all the way back home. Chasing all that we do not have, chasing all that we don't have, chasing all that we do not have, we do not, all the way back home. Chasing all that we do not have, chasing all that we don't have, chasing all that we do not have, we do not. Yesterday we could be ourselves, didn't have much but nevertheless we were true to each other. But now we don't even bother. I remember you being hopeful, but the tall waves have worn us down, and slowly we are drowning. That's why you need to come with me, with me, with me. Turn around 180 degrees and cross the sea. I will not let us fade away. It's not a price I wanna pay, and it's not too late. No, we lost our purpose, chasing all that surplus. You were all that I need. I feel that we can break free. We can still go back there to a place with no cares. We can turn this ship around. We can turn this ship around all the way back home. Chasing all that we do not have, chasing all that we don't have, chasing all that we do not have, we do not, all the way back home. Chasing all that we do not have, chasing all that we don't have, chasing all that we do not have, we do not. I always knew we could do so many great things, so believe in me, I believe in you, and I just feel that this will be an upswing, so hear me out. No, we lost our purpose, chasing all that surplus. You were all that I need. I feel that we can break free. We can still go back there to a place with no cares. We can turn this ship around. We can turn this ship around all the way back home. Chasing all that we do not have, chasing all that we don't want, chasing all that we do not have, we do not, all the way back home. Chasing all that we do not have, chasing all that we don't want, chasing all that we do not have, all the way back home.
Now I lay me down to sleep. I pray the Lord that I wake again. I wake again. I wake again. I pray the Lord that I. Now I lay me down to sleep. I pray the Lord that I wake again. I wake again. I I wake again. I pray the Lord that I wake. Sleep, I pray the Lord that I wake again. I wake again. I pray the Lord that I wake. Now I lay me down to sleep. I pray the Lord that I wake again. I wake again. I pray the Lord that I wake. To sleep, I pray the Lord that I wake again. I wake again. I pray the Lord that I. Now I lay me down to sleep. I pray the Lord that I wake again. I wake again. I pray the Lord that I. Now I lay me down to sleep. I pray the Lord that I wake again. I wake again. I pray the Lord that I. Now I lay me down to sleep. I pray the Lord that I wake again. I wake again. I pray the Lord that I wake. Pray the Lord that I
Need no laser. 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 Need no laser beam.
Put your body on the kitchen table and move the dishes to the side. Yeah. Girl, you always tend to drive me crazy, looking at me with those eyes.
here from Drone's Life with a quick new product intro.
I thought I saw a light when you passed me by. The reason why I shine, you're the reason why. I thought I caught your eyes, but love is blind. I thought I saw you smile.
With a throttle limit on 5-inch 4S, and it's an absolute treat. So anybody that's got like a 3-inch quad just sitting in a cupboard that don't fly anymore, you can just build a 5-inch micron on it, and it'll hit about 15 amps. It needs about 15 amp ESC.
Okay.
I
was going to say, were those the tornadoes?
Yeah.
The tornado motors on the, yeah. I thought I'd seen them somewhere before.
I love it. It goes live and everything goes quiet.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Anybody? Fine, I'll do it. Good evening, everybody.
There we go.
And welcome to another episode of Drone's Life Live. We are joined this evening by, ladies first always, Kelsey.
Hello.
And we are joined by the Ginger Ninja, Jab.
Hello.
I don't have a name for Luke, but it's Luke.
Hi. Here's the mix.
I haven't made one up yet. We're also joined by our Scottish friend, Stephen.
Hello. How are we doing?
And this week's guest, obviously everybody knows, is John Atto from Atto Frames.
Hello.
Woo.
Swear to God, it is literally suddenly me that cheers and claps. Even though I did see Stephen do it.
Jav did as well.
I did, yeah. I've got the
I
clap.
clapped.
Yeah.
The problem is with Jav is his webcam's so slow you can't even see his hands move.
One motion.
It's like something weird has just entered the screen. It's like, and that's it. But there you go. If you didn't notice from the intro that there is a new frame from John. I'm just chucking things on the floor. It wasn't one of John's frames, so it's all good. So this week he's releasing... Oh, actually, it's already released.
Yeah, that's right.
And it's the Micron.
Yeah, the Micron Ultralight, because there will eventually be 2 versions of it. But yeah, this is it. The new 5-inch ultralight for little motors, basically. So 1407, 1408, 1806, 2004, something like that, and designed to work with the 5125 prop from Gemfan. So this is actually what I've been racing all year. I've been racing this in the British League against, big boy quads with 6S.
Not gonna lie, right? That looks tiny.
Yeah, it is. It's pretty small. A fully built version of it like that is
Yeah.
155 grams on that one.
Jesus.
One with little 1407s, I think this is 151 grams as it goes, ready to fly.
Impressive.
And yeah, if anybody has been following on my Instagram or on Facebook, you'll have seen various clips of it flying around the go-kart track or the Hull race or the Laxton race, where it's just basically as fast as anything else I've flown, if not faster, which was a surprise, but is true and an absolute joy to fly.
So what? Well, look at on the live stream now is the footage of the go-kart track. What is the setup that's on that one then?
Let me see if I can catch up with the live stream.
It's about 20
Yeah,
seconds
the live stream's like,
behind.
yeah.
So look at what you're looking at. Okay, yeah, the setup on that one. So that's going to be running. Oh, let's see. That one's running the Apex motors. So the Apex motors from you. That's a 2875 kV 1607. It's running a 750 milliamp 4S battery, which seems ridiculous. That's the kind of small for a 3-inch. But yeah, that's it. We've got an HDLRC Zeus 35 all-in-one, Fox Air Nano, Unify Nano, and an RXSR in that.
Is that the Predator 5?
Yeah, I am now. That one won't be. That's a Predator 4.
Okay. Right. I've heard
It
good
looks
things
so
about the
clear.
5. Yeah.
Yeah, the 5's really nice. If it really stuck out on the live stream at the last event it would have been Laxton, I think, that Saul was running the Predator Nano V5, and his picture was so much better.
Yeah,
Everybody else.
I was asking Saul the other day about the V5s because I'm a big Foxier fan myself with regards to the FPV cams. Been using the Predators for long enough. So I've just been waiting on somewhere, hopefully Droneislife.co.uk, to get some V5s in if possible.
Yeah, for a while. For a while, I think it was it was pretty even between the wider lenses that Runcam had on the nano size and the Foxeer, because the Foxeer's always been a better picture for me. That wide lens that Runcam used to have was just that little bit better for racing. But now that Foxeer have got the 1.7 as standard, it's the perfect camera.
Nice.
And yeah, I designed this around all of the smallest components possible. I think, a couple of years ago, this just wouldn't have been a viable option. You couldn't have designed something that would have worked well enough. But now that everything's so light, and you've got decent all-in-ones, certainly on a tight track, it just accelerates so quickly that you don't have any of that hesitation when you make a tight turn. If you look at any of the footage, the thing that stands out is it just doesn't slow down ever. And I look a lot smoother and a lot more consistent flying that than flying a heavier quad.
I was going to say, on that video in the go-kart place, it looked incredibly locked in. There was no drifting, no bounce back, no nothing on it.
Yeah, it's honestly my favorite. It's my favorite quad of all. My light's just gone off. Hang on.
It's got technical 50 pence in the slot.
Yeah.
Right, I put some more coins in.
Nice.
It's got 20 minutes. Those old phone boxes.
I have one at the end of my street.
Yeah.
It's serviceable.
Yeah, a fully working phone box.
Not a defibrillator.
No.
Okay.
I don't live that rough area. Christ.
That's what phone boxes get turned into now. Defibrillators.
Do they? I thought it was a place for dealing illegal stuff.
Too many windows.
Yeah.
Listen, do you want to buy a defibrillator?
And they usually have like the street lights sitting over the top of it, right?
Yeah.
Oh, who's that? Oh, I can clearly see him.
Is there a street light there? No, I don't think so. Maybe one in the other side of the road, so it's quite like it's lit up from an angle, so it's kind of dark in there. You know what I mean? But kind of not dark at the same time.
All right, well, let's steer it back from street and I'm back to the frame we were talking about.
Go for it.
Tangent.
Yeah, you were saying how it looks really locked in, and it's true. It's just easier to fly a shorter course with it, and you don't overshoot stuff as much. It's just easier to be accurate. So I've actually found that although in that kart track I'm definitely faster on the Micron than in a Sniper, I found it a really good training tool to allow me to fly the heavier quads better. And if I think you've got, I think I sent you various other clips. There's a 5-inch Micron. There's a 2207 Micron clip where it's probably the best flying I've ever done in my life, and it's because I spent a good session learning the track with the 1607 quad, and then just moved up to the 2207 later and just did the same thing with it. It's a real surprise.
Apparently, I'm quiet. Is that any better?
I can hear you fine. Yeah, you've been fine up till now.
Apparently, I'm really quiet. They're saying that. I find that hard to believe. I've got like the most projectile voice ever.
Yeah, I could hear you fine.
Yeah, it's all right.
Yeah, you seem okay on the call. It must just be something with the live stream.
Right, yeah.
Bandit says you're quiet, and Dead Zone says you're very quiet.
I've just turned it up, so.
Too loud! Too loud!
Motherfucker!
Oh. We are live. Please do not swear.
It's a genuine surprise from Jab there.
You'll get used to him. Says it's fine here. Squeeze says it's fine here. Where's Malk?
Yeah, where's Malk?
Work. He might be here in a bit, but I don't know.
Oh, he's got homework to do. What?
He's got homework.
That's not fair.
Right, what other footage have I got here? Your Micron. Have you? I take it you've done some freestyle with it.
Yes, absolutely. I actually have got one that carries a GoPro session quite happily on 4S, but just flying it around for practice. Yeah, 50-degree camera angle, and so nice to do inverted tricks and anything where normally a big heavy quad is scary to do, because you can just adjust the lines so easily with it. I don't have to worry about the momentum of it. I think you've got one flying around a windmill that's
it's currently on the live stream.
It's my recent. I've just moved house, and this is maybe 200 meters out the back of my house.
Nice.
To be able to get to it.
It's too tempting.
There we
Too
go. There we
tempting.
go. He's rotating.
So yeah, it's a lot of fun. But this is, I think 50-degree, 45-degree, something like that.
I need one at the back of my house.
I've got a whole farm of them like 15 minutes away.
Yeah.
Send it.
The thing about it though is the confidence. I can't. I'm just not brave enough to do that, even with the neutrino, which I like very much. I'm not going to do those inverted yaws in between the post and the blade. But with this, it just feels like flying a sim. I can just make it do whatever I want.
How is it? Obviously, because it's so how is it with dealing with wind, higher winds?
Right. So if you take any lightweight quad with massive props out in high winds, it's gonna, if you want to just dot around, you're gonna notice it. But like anything else, if I've got this one that I fly with a 650 milliamp 6S pack, so goes up at about 270, 280 grams, and if you fly that full speed, like any other quad, it'll just cut through the wind really. But yeah, if you want to just dot around with a 30-degree camera angle and a little light lipo, then that's something it's not going to do the best with.
So you're talking like these fire lantern things that you set off in your garden.
Yeah.
Just fall away.
That said, I did race it at Hull and came fourth. So Hull is always horribly windy. So even a good day there is about as windy as you'd ever want to go out and practice.
Escape in the chat says, how would the Micron hold up to a crash with a relatively new racer?
Okay, I have been flying it for 6 months in the go-kart track, and I've broken one arm.
And that's a go-kart track. That is like 100% concrete and steel everywhere. Like the worst case scenario.
Luke's camera is 100% out of focus.
Is it? I noticed that earlier.
Looks like it's getting worse.
Yeah, taking off in the go-kart track is like running the gauntlet. It just absolutely eats quads. And yeah, I've broken one arm. It's not invincible, but it also weighs half as much as your typical quad. The build weight is about half what your normal race quad weighs. Your batteries are literally half the weight. So there's also half the force every time you crash.
Yeah, just bounce off stuff.
Yeah.
Nice, rather than just crumpling.
Yes, yeah.
James knows that. He's good at crumbling.
Get out of it.
What's the weight comparison then? So like say a 6S Micron setup, how was that compared to like a 6S Sniper?
Okay, well, what's a 6S battery weigh if I got one handy? Anybody? Just give me a weight of
175 grams.
Yeah, right, about that.
All right, so a fairly efficiently built Sniper with that battery is going to weigh 450 grams. Is that right? No, 550 grams. About 275.
Which is still light.
Yeah, 450. Yeah, sorry, it's pretty light. But I reckon a standard race quad's what, 450, 500. I expect this to be half the weight. So it's mine range 245 to 260 flying, I think. Maybe 270 with a 6S. But I'm flying it with a 650 6S, which is probably too big for it.
650 milliamp?
Yeah. So that's the equivalent of flying it with a 10 something 4S, which is too big. But again, if you want to have a quad that you don't have to register in any way, you want a sub 250 gram 5-inch setup, you can fly it on a 750 milliamp 4S. It should be around about 245, 250 grams. You can get a legal weight quad like that.
Ridiculous.
But then,
5-inch quad.
Yeah. But then if you want to race it, you're going to strap a heavier battery on it anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Steve, you don't race, do you?
No, I don't.
Why not?
Because it's too bloody stressful, man. I do the Sims, I do all the freestyle, do the long range stuff, get the adrenaline pumping and all that. But racing is, I don't like to break stuff.
It's too much adrenaline for you.
Yeah. I'm old.
Honestly, I have enough problems with a 6-inch Sniper fully loaded. Do not give me a Micron. I would literally just total it on the first lap.
Yeah, I disagree.
More practice.
Oh God, here we go. You're never around anymore to come out.
Hey, I'm always around, mate. You know that. You're like, oh, I got to work. Oh, I got work. Oh, I got work. Oh, I got work.
What, you?
You?
Me?
Yeah. Less of this, more of this.
Sorry, can you do that again? Your Minecraft camera couldn't keep up with you. I don't know. I genuinely probably fear that I probably need to build a Micron then, don't I? And then put John's theory to test.
Yeah, absolutely. I think most people have probably got a 3-inch quad from a year or two ago, from when 3-inch quads were cool but a bit heavy for 3-inch quads. So they'll have a set of 1407 or 148 motors and a 20mm stack, and you can take that standard setup that was pushing a 3-inch prop, scale it down in Betaflight, and build a 5-inch quad that weighs the same, and it's
same KV, so around 3,000 sort of 600.
So yeah, these motors that I'm running here are the Brother Hobby 3,600 kV. So these, I think they're probably about 3 years old. I probably got these.
They still make those.
HPI guy probably gave me these. We're going back a little while, and that is a Mamba 25 stack. So there's nothing expensive in this build particularly. I've got this running, I think, at 85% throttle to bring it down to about 3,000 kV. Run it on 4S, 850 milliamp packs, and yeah, it's a little monster. I'm sure it constantly frustrates Saul that don't get me wrong, I'm not as fast as Saul, but then no equipment I could fly would make me as fast as Saul. But in that go-kart track, I'll be
maybe you would need the dexterity of a ninja.
Yeah.
Compete with Saul.
But with this version of it, with a hefty version of it, which I say hefty, this weighs 240 grams.
Those motors look like yeah. They look nice.
Here he goes,
too big for that frame.
Those are very nice motors, John.
Yeah, I can't decide, James, which are the best motors between these ones and these ones.
Oh, those ones look very nice as well.
I can't tell which of these 3B motors is the best.
So what are they? Is that the 3B Hobby B65 2600 kV on the left, and the 3B Hobby B75 2700?
I mean, they're the 6S versions, obviously, for me. But yeah.
Yeah, James only gets the peasant 4S versions.
But yeah, I can't beat Saul in this in a 6S regular weight quad, but in the little one I occasionally can, which I'm sure is incredibly frustrating. I think just when you see this thing overtake you, it's so much more annoying than if you know, what I would call a regular quad.
The only reason you can't beat Saul is because he's 16.
Yeah.
Well, hey, maybe that's part of it. But
Can I just add that he is also a gamer? That this adds a big difference.
Yeah, but so was I, and I think,
and also he's not buying the parts. Like each time you crash, you're like, right, well, that took me 2 hours to work to pay for that.
Do you know what? I'm not making excuses. I think Saul's one of the. I think everybody gets better at a rate, you know, and you expect everybody to reach a certain level at some point, but he is doing that faster than anybody I can remember previously. I think he's, you know, especially in this last year, he's just transformed into a pilot that you absolutely expect to be competing for first place at every race.
I'm still waiting for that moment to hit me.
I
went out with Jav the other day, right? We went out and we went flying in the woods, didn't we? We did some wood flying, and I took off, and as soon as I pitched forward, I was just like, I feel like an absolute noob, and it was. Jav's like, oh, this is a warm up pack. This is your warm up pack.
Yeah.
And I literally went this far. It's like oh crap! Tree.
Your next pack, you were ripping.
No, shut up! Stop lying to me. Behave yourself. About my 20th pack, I think maybe I was ripping, but the first 10 was just awful.
It would be wicked to rip the Micron in those woods, because you'd be able to do some wicked sort of schizo dives up into the trees and then back down and stuff. It'd be awesome.
Yeah. Sorry, go on.
No, I was going to say, because if you gave Jav one of those to use in the woods, it wouldn't hurt so much when he hits you.
Well, did you hear about what happened to Saul at the most recent race?
Yeah. Yeah, somebody
He's
dropped
so
a
good. Yeah,
somebody dropped a quad. I was watching on the live stream. I went back to try and to figure out which pilot it was.
What happened?
so a pilot basically like ended up in a tree, and the quad like did a yaw spin of death to the moon or something, and he disarmed, and the quad basically hit Saul in the head. It bounced on the ground, but it had that much energy, it like came up off the ground and then hit him in the head.
What, while he was flying?
While he was flying, yeah. And he,
Oh.
I don't know what Saul did. He must have just disarmed him.
He clipped a gate, this guy, and it just went into a death spin. He disarmed. He didn't do anything wrong, the racer himself. You know, he didn't do anything irresponsible or try and save it or anything like that, or try and steer it into soulless sabotage. But it did land square on his head, didn't it? And it cut him open. He went to hospital for it.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Wow.
I don't know if he went to hospital. I know he sort of walked off, sort of. I thought he was all right. Everyone was asking me, "You're okay?" And he's
but it was a deep enough cut to your head. I mean, he went blue.
That has to be the worst damage any UK pilots had at any event ever.
Maybe.
Hey, Mr. Editor, you need to cut this bit out before it's published.
But I think it's one of those things that I think we all get complacent with, like what's safe at an event, and the rules are, you know, you either put a massive net up or you fly 30 meters away from the race line.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to walk for 30 meters to get to the start, and so we don't do it. But I think it's probably worth just taking a beat when you're designing or running a race to make sure that it's as far away as possible.
It's just that last BQE they didn't have the net up. Usually they have that net up in front of where everyone sits, but
yeah,
I don't know if it would have made a difference in that situation anyway, because I think the quad came from above, so I caught.
I think you can always do it. I hit a gate in Hull and spun a quad. It must have been about 60 meters out onto the road.
Yeah.
You know, these things can happen. It just went mental and went into a helicopter spin. You know, can happen to anybody. It's just unfortunate.
See, if he was using a Micron, it wouldn't have hurt so much. It's half the weight, right?
Back. Is it just? But yeah, you're right.
Oh dear. Right, John, I'm going to do it to you because I've done it to everybody else. So, I can't remember. I need to click on my face because I don't fit the screen. It doesn't fit anymore. Anyway,
we're still doing the bitch slap thing.
Yeah, why not? Why not? So, let's bring it up.
I like how I remembered that. I've not been on.
I don't know how you remember that. Where is it?
I reckon we should all collectively keep taunting HPI guy to get back into flying, because you know he's eager to fly, but he's just not flying. So we need to get him back flying.
And he keeps reminding us by selling gear.
Yeah,
just reminding us.
We need to get him back out. We need to do a road trip or something. Get him.
Yes, I was literally about to say that. I was exactly about to say road trip, FPV road trip. Next year at some point.
Yeah, I've been planning one for a long time now.
Stephen, we might be coming up your way. I reckon that sounds.
My country's your country. Come and see us.
God, you sound like Trump.
There's no wall. We're not making you pay for it.
Oh, dear. Anyway, for some reason, OBS doesn't want to put it on the screen, so I'm going to read it out to you, all right? Well,
okay.
You know how the Bitch Slap leaderboard works, yeah?
Sure.
Sure, absolutely. So, currently, I might get the scores wrong because I can't see it. For some reason, it's not overlaying. Oh, I know why. Hang on, 2 seconds. I said I know why.
Well, in OBS, you've got to select your item and then move it above your video.
Yeah.
IT guru Stephen coming to the rescue.
Oh, that's made it incredibly dark. I don't know what's going on, but there we go. Look at that. Boom.
wait for 20 seconds.
Yeah, wait for 20 seconds. We'll get there.
Hey Shane, play some lift elevator, like some elevator music.
Yeah, absolutely. We added cricket.
Waiting music.
We added cricket last week because Jamie voted for cricket, but she insisted that it had a heart next to his name because it wasn't a meaningful bitch slap. So he has a heart next to his name.
Oh, there it is. You can see
there
it now.
See?
Yep.
So,
okay.
John,
Yes.
Who would you like to give a good old bitch slap to? It doesn't have to be somebody on that leaderboard. It can be somebody completely new.
Really, any pilot?
Any pilot, but you have to have a good
Christoph
reason why.
Shantanowicz.
Sorry?
Christoph Shantanowicz.
What, Dronus?
Yeah.
What? He doesn't even fly anymore, does he?
Yeah. I don't think he does, but I was actually remembering the story to somebody else the other day of you telling him how much you'd like to slap him in a car. And I thought, James never got to do that, and Sin doesn't get the opportunity to add him to
It was purely informational. I wasn't saying I was going to slap him. I would just say if he was in England and he behaved like that, he would get a slap.
There we go. So this one, James, seeing as I'm not going to alter the leaderboard, this one's for you. I'm just going to allow you to have that imaginary slap that you never got to deliver.
Oh, that's fair. That's fair. Nice. Well, I appreciate that, brother. Thank you.
That's kind of odd that someone else is voting for somebody else.
Yeah. So
it was a long week.
God, now I've killed the stream. What the fuck? There we go.
This was when we were at DCL, and James was in the GemFan DCL team, and I was there helping to manage the DCL team. And managing Christoph was the most difficult thing I've ever done in FPV. It's just true.
but let's just get it clear. He's such a great guy.
Yeah. Like, if you don't have to be responsible for what he eats and where he sleeps, then he's amazing. Really, really nice guy. Great pilot. Great great person to spend time with. But if you are responsible for those things, I'm sure that he would agree quite knowingly.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Oh dear. Right, moving it on. Right, question number 2. You're a married man, yeah?
No.
You're not? Okay, this is good. This should be good then. Okay.
Okay, question number 3. That was short.
No, number 2.
Yeah.
Shut up. Right, what's your best pickup line?
Do you know, honestly, I don't know that I've ever used one. I have gone, my entire life, I've gone from one relatively long-term relationship to the next one. And I don't think that I've been, I don't think I'm really responsible for any of that.
It reminded me, last time on the stream, this went down a very funny route. just had flashbacks.
Chaos, you got a boyfriend now, haven't you?
Yeah.
What was his pickup line?
No pickup lines. I hate them. I hate them.
Who asked who though? Did you ask him or did he ask you?
I didn't ask him.
So he asked you.
Oh, look at that grin.
Yeah.
He's gentleman.
It's not. How did he ask you? Because John's got no pickup lines. I need a pickup line this evening.
I really don't.
Nothing weird. Like just.
You right, love? You want to play Minecraft?
That voice does not feel age appropriate, James.
It does not.
That's actually true. Yeah.
That almost sounded like
Maybe I
James was
should do
the Werther's original guy. Kaz, was it the typical, do you want to go out with me?
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh, that's so crap.
There were no pickup lines. I hate them.
You could have used one of my pickup lines.
Not one of Luke's. Come on, Luke, give me one of yours.
Oh no. We're not going back there. We're not going back.
Anyway, let's move it on because we'll spend hours on that.
Yeah,
So,
I didn't
John,
want to say that. Go on.
question number 3. Your thoughts are actually pineapple on pizza, yay or nay?
No.
I'm going to say nay.
Wow.
Oh.
I would never stop somebody else putting pineapple on their pizza, but I don't think it goes with chorizo. And if there isn't chorizo on hot food, then it's wrong.
Chorizo on hot food.
So are you saying you would refuse the pizza if it turned up with pineapple? Is that
By
what
the
you're
way,
saying?
No, I wouldn't refuse it. I just want to
Delete
put it on it. That's what I'm saying.
That's
have we
fair.
already
Give
addressed-
it for someone else.
have we already addressed the fact that I think it was Dead Zone put kiwi on his pizza?
Kiwi.
Yes.
Yeah.
We've already addressed that in a previous.
He sent me the video on Instagram of him eating it.
I saw that. I gagged. I'm not joking. I gagged. I was like, "What the?" No.
Luke, I've never heard you swear.
What?
I've never heard you swear.
Oh! You just need to join the Discord at about 1:30 a.m. in the morning. And
No.
on card.
10 tonight.
What? 10 tonight. Is this Call of Duty stuff again?
Yeah.
Do
I'm
I
the-
attend?
The most raging, the person that rages the most when I die, pretty much.
How does anybody have time for Call of Duty? Honestly.
Soul has time for Call of Duty.
Okay, well, fair enough.
I'm getting paid to play Call of Duty Warzone every night. Like,
If you live in Cumbria, it's different. There's no people.
John, you moved house, haven't you?
Yes.
So, where you've moved, do you have more flying space? Or are you in the middle of nowhere, or are you not?
I have probably more flying space, but it's not as interesting anymore. I was in the middle of a big farm in the last place, so there was lots of sort of interesting stuff, and this is basically just lots of fields in strips. So I'm gonna have to get some gates. I'm gonna have to take all my gates back from the go-kart track. But realistically, the go-kart track's 10 minutes away. When I finish here, I'll be flying within about 20 minutes, I would think. I'm going there to fly tonight, and having that there, you don't really need anything else.
So we don't have an indoor flying place down here anymore. The horse venue's gone. The horse barn's gone. It's not possible anymore.
Well, let me steer you back to the micron for a second.
Go on.
And tell you this: that what is one of the things that's really nice about having a really little quad, like a 3 inches, that you can feel like you can fly in a smaller space, right? Fly it around a garden. Whereas you think, oh, well, I can't do that with a 5-inch quad. With this one, you definitely can. Or with one of these, you definitely can. I was about to pick up the one that you can't. Like if you can throw something like a tiny trainer around in your garden, then you can fly this 5-inch exactly the same.
It's not that somebody's like nuked the horse place. It's just that and I could go and fly there if I really wanted to, but they've decided in their wisdom to put floor to ceiling mirrors on every wall.
Like an enormous horse dance studio.
Pretty much.
Right.
And there are some local guys that are going, yeah, let's just go in there anyway.
No, because you've got to pay for the mirror when you break it, not if you break it.
It's
when you break
it. And I'm going to say the BMFA insurance is not going to cover that shit.
No.
Can you make some really, really soft, like motor protectors that you wrap everything up in?
Well, it's going to be like a complete, like 2 inches worth of foam either side of you, or just put your quad in a bubble with foam.
You just need to find an alternative.
Yeah,
the chat is going crazy with
pizza. Yeah.
Oh,
There you go.
The barbecue base is king for pizza. I mean, having tomato on a barbecue base is just pointless for me anymore.
Have we seen the chat? See, everyone. I've already got 2 people to agree with me that the Domino's Meteor is the best pizza around.
Don't touch it.
Does it have chilies on it?
I'm not, the other good one is the Texas barbecue. That has chilies on. That is nice.
Nice. Gotta have chilies. Gotta have chilies.
I do like a bit of spice.
Love
a bit of spice. The best base for a pizza. Sorry, John. Is over. Waitrose do a mango pickle.
What, mango pickle as a base instead of tomato?
Yeah. It's like if you think of what mango chutney looks like, that kind of paste with lumps.
Yeah.
This mango pickle looks like that, but it has a 5-star chili rating.
Woo! Get on! Woohoo! Mate, Malk's finished his homework.
Yay!
To get this. To be clear, you're not okay with kiwi on a pizza, but mango's fine.
Yeah.
To be fair, it's so
mango is
flipping hot you
slightly
can't taste the mango.
Don't you start justifying your fruit choices. Like, oh, to be fair, mango and pineapple are very different. They are both different yellow tropical fruits.
Mango curry is amazing.
Mango chutney with like poppadoms or.
So I got a question for you, John. So you gone for super light and stuff. Have you gone for the M2 screws and stuff on the motor things, or what's the deal with the motor mounts?
Right. Okay. So we've got this version which is currently available. I'll take this. I'll take the little motor thing off. This version which is currently available, which is 12 mil M2. I've not given you options. You can't put 9 mil stuff on it. You can't put anything M3 on it. You can fly the motors that I think are the best, which at the moment are the 1607s, the 2004s. The next one that's coming will be a version with 16x16 M3, so that's the same mount as a sniper.
Nice.
So all the prints and all the motor protectors and everything like that that already fit the sniper and the neutrino will also fit that. And that one, and these frames are, I've got to say, they look like they're stretched, but they're actually almost completely a true X. They're about a millimeter longer than they are wide.
Smooth. Nice.
I'm just reading in the chat.
So what metal screws are you using?
So these have the same 7075 standoffs that everybody should buy. That make your frame so much stronger. Without the 7075, in fact, I wouldn't be able to have this little material in it. It would have to have more carbon around there because they are just so much stronger than any other standoffs. It's the same flange Torx T10 stainless steel, and then the top plate has a similar system to the neutrino. It's got those press nuts into it, so that you actually, when it comes to putting a fin into it, that screws directly into the top plate, or you can use something like this. So you can take that out and screw in a little GoPro mount instead, or whatever else you choose.
Are the arms still 4 mil?
Sorry?
Still 4 mil arms.
4 mil arms on the ultralight version and 5 mil arms on the version that's coming.
Yeah, okay. I was going to say the one with the bigger motors, you're going to want the thicker arms, aren't you? I'd imagine.
Yeah, that's right. 5 mil arms on that one. Both versions at the moment have the 4 mil bottom plate, 2 mil top plate, but then this version is also going to come with an optional mid plate. So if you want to separate your battery from your stack, if you're running a wider battery strap, or you just want to add a little bit of extra strength, there's going to be another 3 grams or so of carbon that you can slot in there if you want to.
Nice.
That's fair enough. Yeah.
Can I just say that people, there is a chat on the YouTube. If you want to ask questions, can you stop messaging me on my private Facebook account? I can't be dealing with this. It's going nuts.
Steve.
It wasn't me.
It wasn't Steve. Actually, it was a Steve, but it was a Steve with a V. Not a PH guy. He's not a PH guy. Anyway, he's asked a question, and we probably didn't want to go there this evening, but we kind of knew John, his mic come up, and he's asking me and you, John, when the Sniper V2 is going to be available.
What Sniper V2?
Nice. Good comeback. I like that. There you go, Steve. You now know.
There is not a Sniper V2. The Sniper itself is
good enough,
and it's an exceptionally good frame. It's 61 grams, which is one of the lightest race frames on the market. It doesn't need a V2 at the moment. If you want a racing stretch frame that's as strong as the Sniper is, then buy a Sniper. If you want something that's closer to an X that is as light as you can physically make one, then buy a Micron. And anything else isn't a Sniper.
I knew it was going to come up this evening. I just knew it, and you said it, but we knew.
I don't I don't know what you're talking about.
We'll leave that one there then. Oh, I'm eating ice. Malk! Hi!
Makes it perfect. Stop! Chill out.
At least you made it. Jav didn't make it last week.
Spoke out. How much did Kero pay you to put the banner in the background? They paid me nothing, but they are very, very nice to me. Kero are one of my favourite companies. So I'm happy to hide the back of this room with their banner.
we bet on the beginning of the show that behind him is a strip joint.
Very, very quiet one.
Yeah, very boring one.
Yeah.
They're all wearing masks.
Is the version that's coming going to be stronger on the arms? Yeah, the 5mm version is for a completely different size motor. So that's for running 2207, 2306 big boy motors.
Boy.
The one that we're looking at here is designed for little motors, so they're both kind of as proportionally strong as each other.
I'll just read through the chat. Oh, James, apparently Jamie's got a bomb we can fly in.
Yeah, nice. But it's going to be at least an hour away, though, isn't it?
It's all right. It's in my whip.
The Swift.
Yeah. Right, any more questions? Have we got any more questions for the man, the main man? Because I know he's itching to go flying.
Yeah, that is true. We've got a timing system now at the carts. So I can now see how much slower than Sol I am. Not bitter or anything.
Oh, not at all. Not at all.
Have you tried other tactics, like kicking him whilst he's flying?
No, I just my tactic is to fly the Micron, and then when I come in just behind him, I go, yeah, but I'm flying one of these.
So who else is with you at the go-kart place then? Is it just Sol or?
Yeah, sometimes it's Bash as well.
I haven't seen Bash in ages.
Yeah, we sometimes get him up, but obviously with the current situation, I'm sure he's very busy. So it depends on how many of his employees are available to actually work for him and whether he has to step in, I think.
Oh, right, okay. Smoko says in the chat, why should I buy a neutrino?
I mean, I'm trying to think of reasons why you wouldn't, really. Because, all right, I can go with that.
All the answers, isn't he?
Because 20mm stacks are good enough now for everything that you want to throw at them. Despite what Joshua Bardwell says, a 20mm stack,
Whoa, back up. Besides what Joshua Bardwell said,
Bardwell's on about 30. He thinks 30 by 30 is still the way forward with like 5-inch and bigger.
Yeah, he thinks that
because like heat dissipation stuff like that.
It's because the voltage. He thinks that the FETs on 20mm gear can't handle the voltage spikes at the moment. But in my experience, I can only disagree with him. So
why we use capacitors?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, in answer to it, now that 20mm stuff now that you can run that safely, I don't see any reason to run heavier gear. The lighter you can make your quad, the longer it's going to last. So it's pretty much as simple as that. You know, you get lower amps, less stress, less mass in impact. There's no bad side to taking weight off your quad. So that's why you should buy a neutrino, because it's a lot lighter than everything else.
I like what you've done with the mounts as well, like the threaded inserts. That's a cool idea. Make swapping mounts like nice and quick.
Sure, I hope that's going to become one of those you saw it here first moments, because I don't see any reason why everybody else would.
In some situations, I actually think that could be quicker than actually removing like a hero-sized camera from a mount and then putting it into another one, because they're a pain in the arse to change.
Yeah, you're going to be taking the camera off anyway to get to the bolts. In fairness, but it allows you to, rather than picking what camera angle you're going to run your GoPro at,
you can swap them.
You can go out with a 10, a 20, 30, 40, 50 all in the bag and swap them out in 20 seconds. It takes as long to swap a battery as it does to swap an HD camera mount. Or if you want to take it racing, you take the HD cam mount off, put a fin on it. It's just a good system. It's just a logical system that I should have thought of 3 years ago.
Escape FPV says, is anybody else allowed in the go-kart track if he wants to talk the missus into coming up?
Up to 6 of you. No, hang on. We're already there. Up to 4 of you.
Yeah, I might be interested at some point.
Yeah, we ran an event and opened it up to all the pilots and tried to tell everybody about it and invited a whole bunch of people. And we got 6 or 7, but it's obviously a long way.
If I was going to do it, it'd be a couple of days. It would be worth it, I think.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
I mean, we'll go up there and fly. If we fly an overnight, we'll expect to get 30 or 40 packs in. So that's like going to 5 races. It's worth it.
Is there facilities to stay there? Is there overnight, or do you just fly a late sort of session?
Oh yeah, Luke wants a key.
All the videos I've seen, it looks awesome. Like, I want to go there, honestly.
It's just like a lock-in. You turn up on the Saturday night and fly until we're all done or broken.
Yeah, right.
We did
I think I could cope with that.
Breakout all nighter there, didn't we? That was a wicked one.
Yeah, it was brilliant.
I don't think I'm down with breaking everything in one night.
So John, Shane,
but we did.
Oh dear.
That's why. I was going to say that's why I ended up doing like the epic mountain climb on like a 3-year-old Vortex 250 because I broke everything the night before in the bloody go-kart place.
Yeah. And then I took them out to one of the sort of mountain passes and goes, there you go, there's a mountain.
Yeah. But everything's broke.
Yeah. See who can make it up to the snow.
Yeah, it was good.
Right, so John, Shane, when is this new Micron coming to stores?
It's there now. You can buy it at atu.fpv.com or .co.uk. Yep. What is it? Which is it, John? .com?
It's .co.uk. I need to take .com down and do something else with it because it's pretty old, and I just haven't touched it since it was a blog site. So atu.fpv.co.uk, you can buy it right now. And if you do, there'll probably be some free prints in there other than the standard ones, which is a variable amount, which that doesn't have. The fin and then this tiny little whip antenna mount at the back there. But it might come with, say, some motor protectors if it's in the next couple of days.
Seen that offer.
Then you can get them any minute now from Droneislife, I believe.
Yes, they are on the store now.
Okay, so you get the ultralight there as well. And the other version, which I'm yet to decide what to call, is going to be on its way. So we are realistically a few weeks away from that because China is pretty slow at the moment.
Oh, everything's slow at the moment.
So my advice to all of you is to dig out that old 3-inch quad, or if you want a complete build that's exactly the same as I'm flying, then you can get, I think, most of it from Droneislife. So
you can indeed. You can get all the HLRC stuff from there.
HLRC 35 amp all in one. The Apex 1607 2875 motors are brilliant.
There's a 3800 4S version if you don't want to go for a 6S.
Not on 5-inch. You don't. I'm talking about 4S. 2875 is perfect for 4S on 5-inch.
Oh really? Because
those motors are 6S for 3-inch, but they are. The 2875 kV is exactly right for those motors for 4S. Please don't buy the 3600 kV motors and then spin 5-inch props on them.
So there you go, all available, all in stock. So grab yourself one.
6S pack. Do you use?
I'm using one of
650, something like that.
I'm using that 650, which is not commercially available at the moment.
Right.
I'm afraid. but HGLSC, I think, have got a whole bunch of mini 6S packs as well. But really, because the amps are so low, I think I put up a video just the other day of me absolutely ripping this thing on 6S, and the most I could get out of it was 44 amps.
Right.
In total. Yeah. So 11 amps per channel. It really
That's
is
quite efficient, I would say.
Yeah, I'm not going easy on it either. I'm full throttling it. And yeah, it's unbelievably efficient. So I can get flying this as hard as possible. I can get about 3.5 minutes out of it. Flying the same battery and just dotting around, I can get 10 minutes out of it.
Christ.
Damn. That's a long time.
It's pretty good. Yeah,
it's a long goggle sesh, that one.
And that's with tri-props as well. So if you were to build it, stick a Vista in it or put an HD, like an Insta360 or something on top of it, run it with bi-props rather than tri-props, I think you'd probably be pushing 12, 13 minutes out of a battery like that.
Wow.
Escape in the chat says 1408 4000 kV any good?
Yeah, so put a 75% throttle limit on it and that'll be fine. 148s generally have quite a thin axle and small bearings, so you may find that you are on the edge of their performance depending on what they are. Like a Brother Hobby is going to be a lot better than
the Mamba one.
Something shit. I don't know. But yeah, that will be fine. Just scale it down to 75. You want to aim for around 3000 kV on 4S.
Nice. Right, John. I'm going to cut it there because we are at that time, and I'm sure you're itching to go out and lose the soul again.
Enjoy the park.
Yeah,
thank you for coming on. So yeah, guys, if you want to get a hold of a frame, it's available at atofpv.co.uk, and it's also on Drone's Life. So until next week, and I cannot tell you who's on next week yet because no one's confirmed yet. I've got loads of people asking, but no one's confirmed. Well, actually, I'm waiting for a translator. That's how interesting it's going to be next week.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah, weird, I know. So until next week, it's a goodbye from Kelsey and Malk.
Bye.
It's a goodbye from the Ginger Ninja Jab.
Bye, have fun.
It's a bye from No Name Luke.
Bye.
It's a goodbye from Stephen.
See you later.
And it's a goodbye from John.
Goodbye.
Until next week, guys. See you later.